Well, I'm glad I have you guys together because I wanted to ask you, when Tripp came on the scene, it seemed like Steve and Tripp just, had that father-son connection right away. Did it feel like that to you guys as actors when you started to work together?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
good.
I
Yeah.
I feel like all three of us really clicked pretty like quickly.
Yeah.
And yeah, as soon as we got to just have our, you know, Patchy standing up for old Tripp right away, it was a good thing. It was nice.
Yeah. Well, now the Johnsons, Steve and Kayla all of a sudden have Joey back. They've got Tripp on the scene. All of a sudden, we're seeing them becoming parental again. Stephen, as a parent yourself, how do you use your real life experience to play a parent on screen? Does that connect up for you in any way? Or
Well, sure.
yeah,
There's so many situations in life and being a parent that are very difficult because raising children it's the biggest job and the most important job a person can have, I believe. And in soap operas, there's always a lot of conflict, and they'll come up with ways uh, to have fathers and sons and mothers and daughters and kids, come have trouble. And this is real life. This is what happens. And the thing about it is, for me, and I've thought about this a lot with Tripp because of the accusations against him. That love and that bond between parents and children can never, ever be broken. I mean, even if the kid was guilty, I would still be there for him and love him through all of that horror. So, yeah,
yeah, that
it's
really comes across on screen too. So the fans sort of had an idea that Ava might be coming back because for a while we had in the DeMiro compound her initials AV, so we were sort of guessing that she was returning. Was it a surprise for you guys when all of a sudden Ava's on the canvas?
it was a surprise and a happy surprise because, well, Mary Beth and I had worked with her before several times, and we always love working with her, and she brings such energy to the show. And I thought, oh, this makes perfect sense. And I was happy that she came back as a mother to have this relationship with Tripp. I thought it was a great twist. And I
Yeah.
hope she stays as a mother and starts to rehabilitate, hangs
Mhm.
Ha-
around for a while.
How's it been for you, Lucas, getting to explore this relationship between Tripp and his mom he's never really been with before, seen before?
It's so much. It's been so much fun, and then there was even a time that I think Tripp talks to Patch about it. He's just saying like, it's great to get to know her because he gets to know himself more. And so because he only knows kind of the half of himself that Steve is, and so it's like he gets to explore his own self as well as this mother-son relationship. And so I think it's also like he said, like I only met Tamara once before this, and so she came in and I was like I was super stoked to get to act with her and just have fun with her. So I was really excited.
Well, with the anniversary of the show, I have to ask Stephen, long-term legacy character, Stephen Earl Johnson, what is like a storyline or a scene that you are the most proud of since you've started on the show? Like a memory that, you'll think of as like your greatest time on days.
I can never answer these questions because there isn't just one. Mary Beth and I were talking about it earlier, the Emily Gideon storyline going on location in South Carolina and all the lavish, beautiful production values of that, and actually being outside, running through a swamp away from the people who were trying to kill me. And Al Rabin saying, what did he say to me? He said something like, he gives new meaning to the word athleticism or something, which was a slight, was sarcastic, because I don't run well fast, especially not in a swamp.
Ah.
But Mary Beth and I both feel that the weddings, the one on the yacht, the first wedding, was really glorious and just gorgeous. And there were so many sweet memories on and off camera of that time. And also the Emily Gideon, and also our last wedding the Valentine's wedding. It was kind of small, but very intimate. And we were able to tell each other, you know, to speak from this rich history that we had together, and say the things that we would want to say. So that was a beautiful time.
Yeah, well, Steve and Kayla, you know, especially in the 80s when you were, you know, filming on location, these big romantic scenes with all the costumes and everything, I think that's always going to be remembered in soap opera history, some of the greatest moments. Well, congratulations, guys, on the anniversary, and it was great to see you guys again, even if it's through Zoom screens, and thank you so much.
Thanks,
Thank you
Laurie.
very much. We appreciate it.
Good holiday.
Happy
You too.
holidays.